Best IEMs for listening to anime OSTs, K-pop and J-pop, my favorite genres of all time. Hey friends, Tim here, welcome back to another video on Giz Audio, and today we have of course the IEMs I love the most for listening to anime OSTs, K-pop and J-pop. Now before we begin, let me tell you guys the format of the video first. I'm going to be breaking this video down into two different parts, and this is because anime music, K-pop and J-pop, for me at least, have two different distinct styles. Style number one is more melodic, more emotional, normally has the vocalist as the centerpiece, maybe like an acoustic guitar. And the second style is completely opposite of that. It has a lot of instruments, tons of bass, a lot of little nuances. It has EDM vibes, some rock band vibes. And because of that, I'm going to be recommending two separate groups of IEMs, one for each respective style. Let's start off with the first style, the melodic, the vocal forward, the beautiful, emotional, pulling at your heartstrings music. These are music normally in the sad scenes of the anime that makes you just wanna cry. Vocal-centric type of songs essentially, so because of that, the IEMs recommended for this style is gonna focus on the vocals and the timbre of the vocals. I want it to sound as natural as possible. And the first IEM that comes to mind is the Tangsu Waner. This IEMs put vocals at the front and center. It has some bass, though not too much, and the treble decay is also on the tamer side, so you're gonna get mainly vocals out of the Waner, and the vocals sound very natural and beautiful as well. The one downside is that you're not going to get a lot of micro details out of this IEM. It sounds kind of softish and bluntish, but for under $20, it is the best vocal IEM out there. The second IEM in this category is the Automatic ER2XR, or the SE if you want to focus even more on the vocals. For me, I like the XR more because it has a little bit more sub bass to make the signature a bit more balanced out. Regardless though, just like the Waner, these two put vocals front and center, and it sounds even more natural and clean than on the Waner. You can say that the ER2XR and SE would be the upgrade to the Waner if you have a little bit more money. The only thing you need to keep in mind is the fit for automatics is a little bit tough. Next IEM is the Truthear's Nova. Very beautiful, energetic female vocals, good extension in the treble as well. Overall, a very smooth sounding IEM. The only issue I have with it is that it can sound a bit thin at times, and if you experience that, I'd recommend you check your fit one more time to see if you get the perfect seal out of the Nova, because the shell is a little bit on the big side, which means that you might not be getting a good seal, and a bad seal equals less bass, and less bass equals thinner sound. The reason I brought this up is because this has been the main complaint point of the Nova, and I wanted to help you guys address that if you're having that issue. Now, if you have a little bit more money to spend, and by a little I mean around $100 something more, because this IEM costs $259, but it is basically what the Nova is for me, meaning that female vocals are emphasized and lively, but this IEM doesn't have the thin issues or the fit issues that the Nova have. And this one is the Tansjim Origin. Beautiful, gorgeous vocals, both male and female, lively energy, very smooth timbre. The Origin is one of my most favorite discoveries of 2024. Another IEM that I considered an upgrade to the Nova. Now this one is closer to the Nova than the Origin is, but it has more details overall, and the bass feel more dynamic than the Nova. And this one is the Blessing 3 by Moondrop. Largely the same pros as the Nova, female vocals being elevated, very lively, natural timbre, but again with more details and more dynamic bass than the Nova. And the last one for this style is the Hidition Viento B tuning. This one is just, it's heaven. It's my #1 favorite vocal IEM that you can still buy on the market today. I added it to my best vocal IEM video as well if you want to go watch that video. But yes, it is wonderful, very natural, again forward and center image vocals, clean, clear, lively, and has tons of details as well. Viento B is the pinnacle of vocal-centric IEM. Next, we move on to style number 2. This is the more fun style, tons of bass, lots of EDM elements. And the first IEM is the Ola Bass Edition, a semi V-shaped IEM, good fun bass, good energy in the treble, for a very affordable price. And the next IEM is the Leisure's S12. It has that wow factor in the treble, that heady, trebly soundstage with the rumbly sub-bass combo. This IEM is fun, engaging, and is going to surprise the hell out of you if you're not familiar or haven't tried this signature before. Moving on, we have Moondrop Variation. This one has super strong, rumbly sub-bass, very good for EDM style music as well, and also extremely good for highlighting a lot of vocals and treble nuances. Variation is a super fun IEM to listen to, but if you want more mid-bass thump and slam than what the Variation can offer, then you should go for the Sense Top. This one is basically the Variation, but you're trading sub-bass monster for a mid-bass monster. And this list would not be complete without the last IEM that has both the fun bass at the same time extremely lively and fun vocals and treble details. This IEM ranks as S- on my tier list, which is super high, and that is the Elysian Gaea, one of the most fun sounding IEM I've heard in my life, and it's beyond perfect for the genre that we're talking about today. You take the fun that the Variations and the Sense Top can offer and you dial that up by a few more notches. Before we end this video, I'd like to add Moondrop x Crinacle Dusk onto the list as well. I filmed this anime video before I got the Dusk sample and before I reviewed it on the channel, and because the vocal performance on the Dusk, especially the analog tuning, is so good, I feel like it's appropriate to add it to this list. So yes, Moondrop x Crinacle Dusk. Amazing, especially for female vocals. Alright, that is it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have your own recommendation, leave that down in the comment section below. And with all that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and bye.